Vanessa from SpeakEnglishWithVanessa.com, and today I'm with my friend Victoria.
Hi!
She's from England and I'm from America. So our topic today is 10 items that have different names in England and in America. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, our first item is... dun, dun, dun.
Well, in the UK we call those pants.
Pants! Oh, well, in America, these specifically are boxers.
We could call them boxers too, actually.
But in general, they're called underwear because you wear them under your clothes.
Actually, we would also call them underwear, but I guess it's useful to talk about this because we call those pants, but in America, pants are...
Number 2, this.
Which is what we call trousers or jeans, I guess, because those are kind of jeans.
Yes, so I would say, oh, I'm wearing pants today. I'm
And I'd
wearing
be
this
like-
today. And she would think I'm wearing this today.
I'd be like, that's great, Vanessa.
Good job. Glad you're wearing underwear today. All right, so these 2 items are very common to mix up especially when Americans come to England.
Yes.
They often make the mistake of saying, I like your pants. Those are really cute. Really? You can see my pants? Yes.
All good.
All right, so number 3 is this
Can we
item.
see it? Let's open the sleeves out.
What would you say is this item?
I would call this a jumper.
A jumper. I would say this is a sweater. And a jumper to me is a long dress that you would wear something underneath. Maybe old women wear this, or sometimes like it's stereotypically clothing for elementary school teachers. But you would say this is a jumper.
This is a jumper. Like, we understand what sweaters are because we watch lots of American movies, but that's pretty much it. Otherwise, this is just a jumper.
So what if you said, this is a sweater? Or if you said, oh, I'm wearing a sweater today, what would people in England think?
They'd understand jumper, and that would be fine. Like, it's not like... I mean, even in England, we understand that, or most people understand that when Americans say pants, they mean trousers. But, like, it's just like that split-second moment when you're like, what?
So it would seem awkward, but you would understand.
Eventually.
Eventually.
Maybe old people wouldn't. But it's mostly because we watch a lot of American movies.
Okay. All right, this is item number 4. Item number 4. And it's raining today, so this is already wet. Here we go.
Can you tell what it is?
What would you call this?
For me, this is an anorak. This is my anorak.
This, in America, is a rain jacket. Because it's a jacket that you wear in the rain. But
Very descriptive.
yeah, I think an anorak means nothing to me. If you said, I need to get my anorak, I would have no idea what you were talking about. Maybe like it's a brand name of something, but I would have no idea.
You can call it other names too. If you said, we probably wouldn't say rain jacket, but obviously we understand what a rain jacket is. That's kind of obvious. But you could also call it a mac, which is like Macintosh.
In the Beatles song, they sing in Penny Lane. They say that.
See, there you go. You could call it a rain mac.
Learning English through music. All right, the next item is this.
What do you think this is?
What
Something we use
is
to
this?
wash our faces with.
Yes.
So I would call that a flannel.
Flannel. Okay. And I would call it a washcloth.
Which is, again, like very descriptive.
Very descriptive.
They just have descriptive words in America, but we just make up random new words. That's a flannel.
So a flannel to me, I would never say a flannel, but I would say a type of cloth could be flannel. So sometimes plaid shirts that are kind of thick that you would wear in the winter, I would say that is a flannel shirt as an adjective, but I would never say something is a flannel. So it's like more an adjective for me, but it definitely doesn't mean that. So, all right, the next item is this.
Don't hit me.
If you want to fry up some eggs, where would you put your eggs?
I would put my eggs in a frying pan.
A frying pan.
This is a frying pan.
I would put them in a skillet. Now, I
Skillet.
could say frying pan. I'm going to put them in the frying pan, but at least for me, it depends probably where you're from in the U.S. Maybe some people might say frying pan. So I'm not going to say all Americans say skillet. Mm-hmm. But for me, in my family, in my area, I guess, skillet is pretty common.
I've heard lots of Americans say skillet.
Okay.
But that's a funny one because that's like the opposite way around. That's where the British people are calling it something very descriptive and the Americans have made up a whole new word.
That's true.
What the hell is skillet?
Huh. And next is this.
A mobile phone.
A cell phone.
Yeah.
But could you ever say cell phone?
No, we would never, ever, ever say cell phone.
Okay.
But we do just call it a mobile. And sometimes even just a phone.
I would say a phone too, but I would never say mobile.
You're mobile. You can move it around.
Yes, I would say in that sense, but never with a phone. Okay, alright, next item. The next item is this.
Trainers or dirty trainers.
I would say, okay, in America we can say several things for these. Personally, I would say that they're tennis shoes, as in the game tennis. Even though you probably aren't going to play tennis in them, I would say it's tennis shoes. But a lot of people say sneakers. But to me, sneakers is kind of a word that, like, your grandma might say. But I think in some places it's common to say sneakers. And some people might say running shoes, but I think these aren't necessarily considered running shoes.
I used to run in these a long time ago. But no, the word trainer is pretty standardized in British English. But yeah, I mean, if your shoes are specialist running shoes, then maybe you could call them running shoes. But other than that, they're pretty much trainers.
And for me, when I think of the word trainer, I think of a person who helps you learn how to do something. They're training you.
Like a personal trainer.
A personal trainer, yeah. So it's a job, it's not a shoe. I remember one time in France, you said, I need to get my trainers. And I didn't know what that was. Like, what's trainers? Like, is it tennis shoes? And you're like, what's tennis shoes? And then you said in French, basket. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's it. So we had to go through French to understand each other's English. But that's really rare. Usually I understand the sense. All right. Now, next to last item are these.
Wellies!
Rain boots.
Although the proper word is technically Wellington boots. Named after the Duke of Wellington. I could give you the whole history.
Did he wear those?
Actually, rumour has it is that he invented them because he didn't want to wear these short riding boots. He wanted, because it was always when he was riding his horse, so he asked for somebody to make him some knee-high ones, which like keep the rain off. And so then it became a national pride thing, so we call them Wellington boots, and now just wellies.
Wellies. That's a cute word.
It is a cute word.
Alright, the next thing we have is this, or what you can see Victoria wearing right now. And they're not the same thing.
Well,
they're not the same word in England.
In the States, it's the same word.
Yes. So what would you say in England for this? It has a collar, it's pretty professional.
There are buttons going all the way down.
There are buttons.
Pockets not necessarily necessary, but the buttons are necessary. And therefore, this is a shirt.
A shirt, okay.
So usually, like if a man is wearing a business suit, underneath his jacket he's wearing a shirt. And the same with a woman. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be a formal one, but most of the time it is. So this is definitely a shirt. There's a collar and there are buttons going all the way down. But this, I know in the States you would call this a shirt too.
This is a shirt. This is a shirt.
I'd be like, this is not a shirt, this is a top. There are no buttons, this is not formal, there is no collar, there's no way this is a shirt, this is a top. So anything that's like cottony or fitted or basically has no buttons and no collar.
If I would say I'm wearing a top, I think it would sound kind of snobby maybe in America. Like, oh, this is a nice top. It would sound just a little bit weird. I know what it means, but I would say I'm wearing this on top because you wear shirts on top and pants or trousers on the bottom. But I understand the meaning. It's comprehensible.
I guess we just have more words for our clothing.
Yeah, maybe that's possible. wellies, trainers,
Shirts,
tops. Well,
blouses as well. Blouse is just meaning a shirt for a very feminine kind of shirt.
And what would a feminine shirt look like? Like
Maybe-
frilly,
Well,
lacy?
this one is quite masculine because it's quite baggy and it's got long sleeves, whereas a feminine one might have some lace, or it might have some embroidery, or it might be sort of curved, instead of straight angles or something.
Okay.
Some kind of touch to make it more of a feminine shirt.
And you would say that's a blouse.
Yeah. But you could still call it a shirt.
If I said it's a blouse, I think I would sound like a grandmother.
I suppose it is a kind of grandma word.
Even in
Probably
England.
why I don't use it.
Oh, even in English?
Well, yeah.
Well, wow, I learned a lot today.
Me too.
Well, I hope that everyone out there learned a lot too about England and America, and if you mix up these words, don't worry, people will still understand. It's just fun to know the difference.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching, and if you know any other words that are different in America and in England, leave a comment, and we'll learn more new words. Thanks so much. Bye!